Hey, Wafa, thanks so much for jumping on this call. I really appreciate it. How have you been?
No problem, Matt. I've been well. How have you been?
I'm good. Just trying to make the best out of working from home. I want to say thank you so much for jumping on this call about my friends. Basically, it's all new for her, this online learning landscape, and like it is for so many others, online learning. You don't choose the way you go about your day and what fits in with your schedule. It's all kind of dropped on you at once, and I guess there's some concerns for her about how it's all going to work. Do you have any advice about that?
Uh, yeah, being a busy mom of two little ones, I chose to do all my courses online before even pandemic happened. So yeah, I do have a lot of experience with learning online. In fact, I enjoyed online courses more than a face-to-face class. So how can I help?
Well, one of the main concerns my friend is having is she's worried about not having that, that school experience and not feeling like she's part of a community of co-learners together and how that might impact her education. Do you have any kind of insights on that?
In fact, I felt that I built better relationships with my peers and my instructors online. So yeah, it along with the flexibility of time and place, I thought that I connected more with my peers because I had the time to reflect and then go back to the conversation, the discussion. So I think, yeah, it won't be the same as an in-class experience, but being online and being part of the online learning community does have you build better relationships with your peers as well as instructors. So yeah, I think she will be okay.
Well, that's good to hear. I remember when I was a student at OISE, we had online learning as a part of it, but it really wasn't the majority of what we were doing every day. And the majority of that was asynchronous. And that's something that is totally new to her. So maybe you could tell us a bit, or I could pass on the information to her. Um, what are the differences between asynchronous and synchronous learning, and are there benefits to either?
Asynchronous helped me with the discussions. Asynchronous discussions helped me with having, like I said, time to think on the reading and then read the others' ideas and then reflect on them. And then I needed the synchronous part to have faculty. Uh, to be able to see the faculty and have that interaction. So I think, yeah, both have a combination of both would be ideal. I think the best person to talk to would be Dr. Clare Brett, and I've invited her to this call, so I think she'll be joining us soon.
On right now, Claire, maybe you could tell us a bit about these unusual circumstances and maybe a bit about how someone could navigate starting a new program.
You know, you're right. It is a different moment with online learning now, and I know it feels a bit overwhelming because there's so much of it, and people are kind of thinking, well, Zoom is everything, right? But we've been doing this at OISE for years and years and years, and using different kinds of formats. And it used to be that everything was entirely asynchronous, and that provides one important piece of the kind of online learning puzzle, because the asynchronous piece, where you do some reflection and discussion and do more writing and listening and thinking, gives you the opportunity to do reflection and still do group work and other kinds of things, but in a different kind of moment, where the synchronous stuff using Zoom and those kinds of synchronous tools lets you have some social presence, connect with your instructor, with other colleagues in the course, and it gives you, and it's a different kind of experience, and more social than actually the we used to be able to do years ago. So I see that as a real advantage now. We have two different modalities that, when you put together, provide a pretty comprehensive learning experience. And I think you'll find that this is actually a lot less scary and weird than you might feel that it's going to be. And I think together that can give a very good opportunity for a learning experience. And for many, when I was teaching a lot, I've found that all the students who came to me and said, I don't want to be doing this, I don't want to be learning online, I'm only taking this course because it's the only one that I can get into, came invariably at the end of the course and said, wow, I've changed my mind about online learning. This is a completely different kind of experience. I hadn't realized that it would be so satisfying. And I'll tell you that as an instructor for myself, some of the best work I've ever seen students do were collaborative final assignments, essays that happened in my courses over the years. They were fabulous, and I think the people worked together well. They felt safe. They felt part of a community, and that kind of social connection really it helps the learning experience. It deepens it. It makes people more trusting, more able to connect with one another. So don't be disheartened by this. I know that it feels a bit overwhelming right now, but give it a chance. Put in your best effort, and you may find you will make new friends and colleagues and learn way more than you thought you might.
Thanks, Dr. Clare Brett. That is exactly what I was telling my friend Matt here, that I've built some amazing relationships online in an online learning community. So yeah, she doesn't have to worry, Matt.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Wafa, and thank you also, Dr. Clare Brett. This is amazing information, and I'm going to get back to my friend right now, and I think this is going to help. And I'm really finding that I'm learning a lot from the two of you, and the more I'm involved in this project, the more I'm learning about online learning. So thank you very much.